Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. For the given circle, the measure of arc ABC equals to 130 positive 7x degrees and the measure of arc ACB equals to 90 negative 3x degrees. What is the value of x? Okay, here the first information says the measure of arc ABC. So this one is 130 positive 7x degrees and the measure of arc ACB here is 90 negative 3x degrees, and we have to find the value of x. Okay, now let me consider the measure of arc ABC, the one I marked over here. Okay, let me write the stuff over here. That is measure of arc ABC. And also, let me add the measure of arc AC over here. That is measure of arc AC. So when I add the measure of arc ABC and measure of arc AC, it completes the circle. Then these two measures will add up to the angle measure 360 degrees, which is the angle measure of full rotation. Okay, now let's consider the angle measured by over here. That is 35 degrees. So this is the angle subtended at a point of the circle by the arc BC. Okay, now let me consider the center of the circle over here, and let me draw the line segments over here and here. And let's consider the angle at the center over here. So this is the angle subtended by the arc BC at the center of the circle. And already we know that this is the angle subtended by the same arc BC at a point of the circle. Okay, by theorem, when an angle subtended by an arc at the center, that is equal to 2 times the angle subtended by the same arc at any point of the circle. Okay, now to get the angle subtended at the center by the arc BC, we have to take 2 times of this angle, which is subtended by the same arc BC at a point on the circle. 2 times of 35 degrees is 70 degrees. Now, to get the measure of arc BC, we have to consider the angle subtended by this arc BC at the center, that is 70 degrees. So therefore, the measure of arc BC is 70 degrees. Okay, now let's aim to get the measure of arc AC. Okay, here to get the measure of arc AC, what I have to do is I have to subtract the measure of arc BC from the measure of arc ACB. Let me write it, measure of arc ACB negative measure of arc BC. Okay, measure of arc ACB is given over here. There is 90 negative 3x, and the measure of arc BC, just now we got it, that is 70 degrees. Let me write 70. Okay, now let's do some simplification over here. When I simplify 90 negative 70, I'm getting 20, and we can write negative 3x as it is. Okay, here I got the measure of arc AC. Now, let's consider this equation. Okay, now let me take this equation over here. And for measure of arc ABC, we have the stuff over here. That is 130 positive 7x. Let's plug in this one. Positive. For measure of arc AC, just now we got it 20 negative 3x. On the right side, we have 360. Okay, now let's solve for x in this equation. Let's combine this positive 7x and negative 3x. Then I am getting positive 4x. When I combine this 130 and 20, I am getting 150 equals to 360. Let me subtract 150 from both sides of this equation. Then this positive value, negative value will cancel out. We get 4x equals to, when I combine these two values, I am getting 210. Let me divide both sides of this equation by 4. Then this 4 will cancel out. Then we get x equals to, let me divide 210 by 4. I am getting 52.5. Okay, here I got the value of x, that is 52.5.